Good evening and welcome to Poland Daily. I'm Nicholas Richardson and this is the news. According to the latest data from the Polish Ministry of Health, there are now 336 new infections and 28 deaths in the country. 800 people have recovered from the infection. The number of tests carried out for the presence of coronavirus in the country is systematically increasing. According to the American Research Center in Washington, the number of coronavirus infections in Poland will reach its peak on the 27th of April.
W większości przypadków śmiertelnych mówimy tu o osobach.
People above the age of 60, especially those between 70 and 80, constitute nearly 90% of the deaths to date. According to the latest data, 774 people have recovered from the infection, which is 100 more than yesterday. The most important information for today is that nearly 11,800 tests were carried out for the presence of coronavirus infection in less than 24 hours.
Mamy, szanowni państwo, 78 laboratoriów.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have 78 laboratories which are carrying out tests for the presence of coronavirus infection to meet the needs of medical services and epidemiological sanitary stations. In total, there is the possibility to carry out more than 20,000 tests over 24 hours. We're planning to carry out at least 15 to 16,000 tests per day this week, as well as next week. Minister of the Family, Labour and Social Policy, Marlene Malong, gave assurances to the Sejm that the situation in retirement homes in the country is under control. Coronavirus infections among residents and staff have occurred in several such homes across the country in recent days. There are approximately 1,500 retirement homes run by local governments and private companies in Poland with over 100,000 residents. As of today, 20 retirement homes are undergoing the quarantine regimen. This comprises 2.4% of all retirement facilities in Poland. The number of residents with a positive coronavirus test is, and please listen, 247 persons. Out of this number, 48 people stay at the retirement homes and the rest are hospitalized. We have 87 retirement home workers who have tested positive for coronavirus, which is 1,500th of 1% of the total number of healthcare workers in Poland. In the retirement home facilities, and I want to stress this again and again, it is the government who is extending a helping hand to the teams managing those facilities, to those who are running operations there on a daily basis and have been given specific procedures and are equipped with the personal safety equipment. In addition to that, the government transferred additional funds in the amount of 20 million zloty to the retirement home facilities through voivodeship channels. And this is not the end of the government assistance, which will be continued. Ursula von der Leyen, President of the European Commission, has offered a heartfelt apology to Italy for not helping enough at the start of the coronavirus outbreak. Speaking during a session of the European Parliament, von der Leyen said that too many were not there when Italy needed a helping hand at the very beginning. Italy's Foreign Minister, Luigi Di Maio, welcomed Ms von der Leyen's comments, calling them an important act of truth.
Yes, it is true that no one was really ready for this. It is also true that too many were not there on time when Italy needed a helping hand at the very beginning. And yes, for that, it is right that Europe as a whole offers a heartfelt apology. But saying sorry only?
The first workers from Eastern Europe have arrived in Germany to work in the fields to bring in the harvest. Germany's Agriculture and Interior Ministry agreed that in order to keep grocery supply chains operating effectively during the coronavirus crisis, 40,000 seasonal workers from Eastern Europe will be allowed to enter the country in April and May, despite the continuing stringent travel restrictions. Hundreds of Romanian seasonal workers have boarded chartered planes to Germany after it lifted its travel ban on foreign workers to avert labour shortages in the agricultural sector. We need these harvest helpers in agriculture because the farms do not get enough workers. We are critical of the situation as a whole because we fear that the hygiene standards will not be met and that people's accommodation will not be properly regulated. Germany introduced stringent border controls and travel restrictions in March to curb the spread of the novel coronavirus. But in light of the imminent start of the asparagus harvest and the growing of other vegetables, it has launched a programme that will allow seasonal workers to enter the country and work in the fields. Germany took in over 1 million refugees in 2015, hoping to alleviate its labour shortage. but Eastern European seasonal workers remain the only viable option for the agricultural sector.
Wir sind relativ schnell.
The federal government arranged it and we jumped in relatively quickly and then established a process with the Ministry of Agriculture here in North Rhine-Westphalia and the Farmers Association in North Rhine-Westphalia. This was something new. There were no scheduled flights. Farmers who do not charter an entire plane have to be brought together somehow so that we can fill our flights. And health testing is organised so that the entry is organised. It was the first time for us, the first time for the Farmers Association, and I think it's a one-off event today.
Einmalige Aktion heute.
Germany's agriculture sector relies on some 286,000 seasonal workers every year, mostly from countries in Eastern Europe such as Romania, Ukraine and Poland. That's the news. Thank you for watching. Stay with us for the weather, Poland Daily Business and more programmes. But from me, it's have a good night and a better and a safe tomorrow.